Hello guys, hello. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. There hasn't been much of a movement in the Chelsea dressing room in the last 24 hours. But I just wanted to say that the more I watch videos for Xavi Simons, I tend to believe that he could be the right person to to buy as an attacker for Chelsea. I've seen quite a lot of videos for him in the last 24 hours, and yeah, actually he can actually compete with the Gittins on the left side, and he is that kind of a guy who can also play as a number 10. He is I know in my last video I even said that he's young, he's dynamic, he can play with a left, right, and center. He can score goals, he can do assists, and so I was actually thinking that, I don't know what you think, guys, but I was actually thinking about um who could be the best in terms of we can bring in, either between Morgan Rogers and Xavi. And I was looking at it and I said it might come up to, to the price, because when you look at both players, they are very good in what they do. Of course, I think that Morgan Rogers will be better, considering um he has more experience in the, whether in the Champions League or also in the Premiership. He's been in the Premiership for years, and it can be actually a negative to Xavi. But I also think that Xavi can always learn. He's still young. He can also, you know catch up with the Premiership, considering also that he has been in quite a number of different leagues. He has played in the La Liga. He has played in France and in Germany. So I think he's quick. He can adapt to the challenges quickly. Also, the price tag, my understanding is that Villa is looking at plus 80 million pounds. Um, but Leipzig is probably looking at about 50 million, 55 million. We should be able to get Xavi. So it's something that I don't know what you think, guys, but also we need also to look at the financial fair play. I think 2 weeks back we were slapped with a 20 million or so fine. So we also need to consider that. You know, is it worth it for us to go and pay an extra 30 million for a player that um, we can actually get a bit, not better per se, but probably someone who can do the same job. Um, uh, you know, so saving that 30 million for me would be much, much better, unless if then Villa agree that they will take Jackson and will take Rogers, and then we can pay a difference, probably a difference of uh, uh, 20 million or 50 million, whatever it is. Then that would be a different discussion altogether. So yeah, let me have your comments on that, on those two um, players. Who do you want to see at Chelsea, and why would you want to see at Chelsea? Today, I just want to speak about Arsenal. So they have done quite a early business, and they've bought quite a lot of players already, and they are still in the market. They've brought in Kepa. I still, Kepa is that kind of a keeper that I think, for me, playing at this highest level, I think it's good for Kepa, it's good for Arsenal. Just coming in as a number two, not necessarily number one, but number two. Yes, he can also compete with Rea, but I think he can do well in some of the competition that he will start. So that was a good business for 5 million from Chelsea. Let's see what happens on that. Then they brought in Zubimendi. So Zubimendi, I watched him play in Spain against Portugal in June. He's very talented. I think he's very good on the ball. He play as a defensive midfield, and he's that guy who can also spray passes, long short passes and all those kind of things. He's very, very good. I think that was good business for us now. Um, I think for me, he was a direct replacement for, should I say, Thomas Partey, because remember, Thomas Partey actually contract expired and he actually rejected a new contract with Arsenal. So that was quite a good business. Whether they, if Partey could have stayed, they were not going to buy him or not. That is a different discussion altogether. But for me, um, he might be actually an upgrade to Thomas Partey, also considering also Thomas Partey's age and all those kind of things. So yeah, that was actually um good business. I think he was about, I think they bought him for about 52, if I'm not mistaken, million as well. Then there is also a very good and a young defensive midfielder. He can also play on the central midfield as well. Nogat from Brentford. I think we all saw what Brentford did last season. They were very good, and that's why you find even Real Madrid went and bought a player from them. Um, Liverpool went and bought somebody from Brentford. So is also Arsenal. So you could see that they had a very good team yesterday. I mean, last season, and I just wonder if they are going to buy, I mean, to be able to replace them. Because you see, the problem is that when you've got a core of your top players start leaving, um, you start to have these issues of replacements, and then you still want those players to gel together so that they are able to compete. So it's actually something to look forward to from Brentford, how they are going to compete this season. But he's a very good defensive and central midfield. I think he'll be an understudy to Declan Rice as well. And just to say, at the end of the day, the midfield is actually, you need numbers in the midfield so that you are able um, to rest players or to change the style of play from the midfield going up to attack. So yeah, then obviously we saw the announcement, I think the last 48 to 72 hours, where Madueke was announced 52 million from Chelsea. We mustn't say much about that. I'm not going to say much about that because uh, there's a lot that has been said about him. I think Arsenal supporters, they are not happy with Madueke. I'm not sure whether maybe you should comment there, whether is it because he's not good enough, or it's because it's another number from Chelsea again, you know. But you must also understand that, just from my own opinion, is that it seems as if Enzo Maresca still wanted him, but he wanted to leave. I think he thought that there could be too much competition from Chelsea, so he felt that he might start losing maybe probably this starting position, or might not even be on the bench, or that kind of thing. So it's not necessarily that Chelsea felt that he's an outcast, but I think he just felt that he could play more at Arsenal than Chelsea. So it's also someone to look forward to. Let's see what he will bring to Arsenal. Um, and yeah, as Chelsea, we wish him well, and we'll see what happens. So these are the four players that Arsenal is confirmed so far. And as we know, we are still waiting for Victor Gyökeres, and I think Victor Gyökeres is I'm not sure. Probably Arsenal fans can tell me what's happening there, because um, the problem with it is that in the morning you hear that it's almost done, the deal is almost done, and this and that. Then 2 hours later, the deal is almost collapsing, and nobody really know what's happening with with Victor Gyökeres, because my thinking is that Victor Gyökeres will actually bring value to Arsenal. I think for the last 2 seasons they've been missing a real gunman. I think he's for me. I mean, if you look at Victor Gyökeres, is actually one of those strikers that can actually score 20 goals for Arsenal, considering the type of play that Arsenal do. So it would be very sad if they don't bring him in, because it's actually going to add value to Arsenal, is going to add value to the Premiership. So let's see what happens in the next coming few hours or days. Um, I hope as a football fan, I hope Arsenal will be able to bring him on board. So yeah, that's what I was looking at, and I think it's something that we just need to look at in the next 4 or 5 days. I think in the afternoon I'll be speaking about Manchester United or Manchester City. Those, like, I think City, they've done their business early. I don't think they was going to bring in anybody else. So is who is also on the top four. Liverpool, they've done fantastic, and they still want to bring in more. And actually, Liverpool is going to be scary this season. I think they want to go for the Champions League. They want to go for the triple this year. So let's see what happens, as well as we also count days to the 13th. Is it the 13th of August when the league starts? But Liverpool has done so well so far. Yeah. So thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe. I need your numbers. We need to grow this channel together. And yeah, I'll see you later on in the afternoon. Have a good day further.